everybody, and welcome back to the non-league adventure with me, GW365, playing as Eastleigh FC on Football Manager 2016. If you joined us last time, if I go to the schedule, to remember what game it was Tranmere, wasn't it? We won 3-1 at home. It was the first live com we'd won in a while, I seem to remember, because I want to say we lost to Torquay last time, not last time, the time before. I can't remember what the game was before. I want to say the Woking game, but I don't think it was. No, it was the Stock Park and we did actually win, so never mind. Ignore everything I've just said. As you can see, bit of indifferent form since. We've only had one win in the last 6 games. 7 games, is it? We lost in the FA Cup. Well, firstly we drew with Gateshead, Pet, with, it was, you know, arguably dominating, just shading it. We were massive underdogs in this game, it has to be said. I mean, more than matched them. They did have one fairly decent chance towards the end, which I thought there was nailed on to score. As you can see here, Mush Jury, I was going to say, or Jory even. Josh Murray getting the man of the match, with Piers Kerr also a standout performer. The next game was against Crewe, and this tactic, I would assume it works in this league, but against better opposition we would look to, need to look to strengthening the side. We did play quite well, to be honest with you, and overall in terms of a team performance, our team was actually performing better than Crewe's, but unfortunately they got the one statistic I can't even say it, statistic that mattered, which was a goal scored. Fraser Preston getting the goal. I believe, yeah, he put it front. He got a bit of a, I think it was a header actually, crossed, just headed in near post. But pleasing thing was we needed to still beat them on the possession stat at the very least. I'm clutching at things for that game because it wasn't particularly good. But unfortunately we're out of the FA Cup for this season, and you know, a good run from the cup could have helped some of his problems in terms of financially. But never mind, we'll focus on the league. Crawley Town were next, and we got FM'd in terms of a draw style. We went 1-0 up early on, and we're playing very well, and then all of a sudden just got one random chance, and it was, if I remember rightly, the keeper, Maxted, he fluffed it onto the post, and then their guy was first to react. It was a poor goal. Nothing really to show you really on that one. Then we played York, and we were 1-0 up, and they went down to 10 men, which made it a hell of a lot easier, and we went on to Pearson 4-0. Worth noting that York are struggling down the bottom of the league, but every single player above a 7 and every single outfield player above a 7.6. A very good performance, albeit against 10 men, and then they went down to 10 men, I want to say. 9 men even. I seem to remember them going down to 9 men somehow. They took someone off. Or they used all the subs and then they went down to 9 men. So yeah, they had 9 men in the second half. So yeah, that's probably one of the reasons why we pasted them, as the stats suggest, the match stats says. Then we had a 0-0 against Hemel Hempstead away. Again, absolutely dominated the proceedings. 21 shots, just couldn't find, you know, that breakthrough. Their keeper getting their man of the match. So that was a bit disappointing. Former player, of course, Jay Reason, showing the reason why we, you know, they wanted to sign him, because he stifled us. And then last time out, Sutton United, 9th in the league or so. Very poor game this, and we lost 1-0. Very disappointing. You know, the bit of form that we'd hit just before this little sequence of results. I was expecting at least 7 points from these 3 games. We only got 5. I wanted 2 wins and a draw at least, and I'd have been expecting us to beat Hemel Hempstead because I think they are down near the bottom end of the table. Yeah, as you can see, they're actually in the relegation zone. So, what other news is there? There is transfer news in terms of outs. Akil Raymond, he was 1 game away from getting a massive pay rise, up to about £1,000. I can't remember exactly what it was, and I just couldn't play him again. I wanted to play him because he had some decent potential, but it meant we're going to be spending a hell of a lot more money on his wages. So in the end, I've ended up selling him to Nuneaton. We are approaching the January transfer window. I'll probably look to move a couple of players on, such as perhaps Mason Duffy. Worth noting, had Hezenthaler tutoring him. They fell out and they disliked each other for a short period. Not entirely sure how big a part that had to play in our collapsing form, but yeah, it was a bit disappointing. Liam Grinshaw got an injury in the last game, a two week injury. Nothing, too major to worry about. But yeah, I'll be looking to maybe offload, like I say, you know, mine's gone blank. Mason Duffy, because he's on like 1,200 a week, and yes, he's got very good potential, but he's only 1.5 star in terms of his actual ability, and that's playing in his preferred role, which we don't actually have, which is attacking midfielder. I've been training him as an inside forward, which he isn't bad at, and winger is not that bad at neither, but he's just not, although his acceleration is good, he's not quick enough, and I just don't think he's right for us in terms of his amount. If we can get £40,000 for him, because there is someone interested as well, which is one of the main reasons. It's Torquay. Not entirely sure what their financial situation is, but if I can sort something out with them, then I would be more than happy to let them buy him off us and get him off the wage bill. Because as it currently stands, our wage bill is £641 over, which that's going against us. Although, if I just go into the home page. Job security is still very good. It's 63. They're very pleased with us. It's not perfect, but we're not doing too bad. Excuse me. So into the next game. We've got a game against Margate. I believe we are away. Yes, we are. Margate are 19th in the table. In fact, first I forgot to show you the table, which you probably have seen a bit of it. We are 7th. If we win our game in hand, we could be within 1 point of Boston United. Braintree, a surprise package, all of a sudden leapfrogging us in the last game, with Chester hot on his heels, as well as all these teams here. Like, one bad result and all these teams winning could see us down into 11th position, which is not ideal, considering they wanted us to challenge. This is the board. They wanted us to challenge for the playoffs. They want us to reach the playoffs, should I say. So we need to catch these. Dover have hit a bit of stuttering form as well, so they are still only 11 points ahead of us, but we've got as close as 6 points. So a bit disappointing that we've lost 5 points again on them. So I don't think I've actually picked the team ahead of this, but we will do so now anyway. Don't want to submit the team. It's a good job that he's injured and it's preventing us from continuing, because it means we are going to have to put Liam Slade in. I think he's a better player than Akil Wright, although Akil Wright's not a terrible player. Liam Slade is apparently better, so he's going to come in. Not the quickest, it has to be said. But yeah, another player might get rid of it. Although he's done alright when he's been performing, is Joe Partington, but he's on £1,000 a week nearly as well. It's just basically the big earners, because we've got Hesenthaler who's on £950, but he deserves it. He's been performing outstandingly. He's still hitting nearly 8 average rating. And Murray's another one who's very good. Again, he's on £1,000 a week. There's quite a lot of players on a decent amount of money that we could do to shift out and maybe get some of the players in. Galbraith is another one as well. He seems to be a little bit worse now. He's down to 2.5 star. His natural position ability, which I'm actually going to take him out for him. But Mark Curran, he's been doing okay, averaging 7.02. It's a new team. Obviously, he's only shown as a 1 star in his current position. But if you remember on the last episode, I believe it was, he's got a hell of a lot of potential. Minimal, I'd say, championship sort of quality. Adel Nabi's done alright in the last couple of games, which means he's going to retain his position. Geraldo Martin didn't play as well, he only got 6.8, so with that in mind, Mason Duffy, the man I've been on about, I'm trying to keep him playing, so it keeps his his desirability, I can't even speak, desirability up, so then like people are willing to part with 40 grand to pay for him. I'm guessing that Torquay have got the funds to do it. They are a professional team after all, but you never know. Right, into the what I am going to do is I'm going to leave Joe Paddington in. Josh Tyman's going to have a game at left back. Bobby Mosley is going to have to settle for a place on the bench. I haven't really got any defensive cover, so I'm going to take one of the players off. Probably going to be Galbraith, if I'm being completely honest. As well as he has been performing recently. He did only get 6.9 in the last game. And I think this is how we're going to set up for this particular game. A few fitness issues, but they are key players. And I can't remember. I'm pretty sure one of the players is or was injured who can cover. I can't remember who they are now. But never mind. We have got Eton Collins who can play in the centre. He's on a £1,100 as well, and he's naturally a attacking midfielder centre. I mean, I could try and tinker with the tactics a bit, but I'm quite happy with how it's going at the minute. We are the favourites, and because form's been a bit sketchy, I'm just going to say this one, which when it makes Joe Partington, your captain for the day, nervous, it usually doesn't bode well. But we'll try our best to get a result anyway. Let's just say this, and that is not good when you're not getting any greenery whatsoever. Got a little bit there. That's not bad. And Adil Nabi? Nope, nothing. Okay. Good talk. So into the game we go. Looks like a couple of their players are not fully fitted neither. Been 3 days since the last game, I believe. Leddy trying to find Anza early on. As you can see there, it looks like he's on about 80% fitness there. So we've got quite a lot of, players in the 90s at the very least. Only 3 players in the 8. Sorry, well, yeah, 3 because Josh Murray was on 90, so technically he was in 90. And for the first time, I think, this season, let alone in the live comms, we're playing in red, which is kind of strange. Sorry for knocking the mic a few times there by accident. But here comes Duffy in a position to shoot. It is blocked though, and Patterson can pick up the loose ball. He finds Ellerslie. Was inside to Hesenthaler, who can spray it wide to Murray, but unfortunately that's the end of the highlight, which is very disappointing. The highlight was a block shot, which is not very good. Headed away by Slade, showing why he needs to be given a place in the team. And Kerr now, Mark Kerr that is, trying to find Hesenthaler, but Leddy beats him to it and sprays it all the way back to Jones. Kicks it long towards McCormick. I don't think it is Ross McCormick. I'd be a little bit scared if it is. We'll soon see, I would imagine, because you've no doubt I was going to score. And now it's Armson. Plays it to McCormick. He's coming inside. It's a nice little bit of play there, and Maxt's done well to save it, because that was it was a bit worrying really. This is a team that's 19th causing us problems. It's not ideal. As it stands, we are moving up a place into 6th, but ideally we want to be winning this game. We're having a lot of the ball, 70% position is always pleasing to see, but we need to be able to do stuff, and Josh Murray getting an injury here is absolutely travesty for us. So I will be making a change, I think, after this highlight. Murray is wide right, and it is Partington, it is probably going to go on the right side. Kerr finds Murray, and Murray now charging forward, he finds Kerr. Murray actually being able to run is a surprise because he's got a twisted ankle, unless you haven't seen it up in the top right hand corner. Nabi trying to play in Kerr, he's wide in a decent position, crosses for Duffy, comes to Dunn, a good save from Jones, and then the Margate goal. Dunn with another shot to get it in, it's cleared away though, and McCormick now can bring it away and plays the long ball forward, but Slade is there to sing, here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun. That's the end of the highlights, so that means that unfortunately we're going to lose Josh Murray here, who has actually been the best player so far in this game. He's going to come off, and Piers Kerr, who has been rested for the last game. I actually forgot to put him in actually, even though I did say I was leaving Paddington on because of his captain status, if you like. I'll give in Mosley a bit of a rest. But he's now playing on the right. He's done alright when he's played on the right as Partington, although his performance would say otherwise, although it's gone back to the same stat as what it was when he first moved there, because it was on 6.8, it was on 6.7 a minute ago, indicating he was playing worse, but it's about on par. So Kerr finds Hesenthaler, who strikes it well. It's a spill, and it's cleared away by Goodman, unfortunately for Eastleigh. Slade wins a header, that's what he's there for. Hesenthaler now gets it under control, and it plays a loose ball straight to Armson, which is very surprising with his passing accuracy stat, I suppose it is a stat for the season. Loose passes from him are very much a bizarre thing to see, to behold, if you like. Good header wide to Duffy though, from Dunn. He's done well there, you could say. And Kerr now, look at him, and Akers, Partington, screaming for it, but instead it goes the other way, and Duffy is there. But Jones is equal to it. And that was a clear-cut opportunity. It should be 1-0 to us at the break. But unfortunately, it's not to be. And it's apparently been a poor game, so I'm going to offer... we can still win this. Keep working hard and no one can respond. Yeah, get in. Let us try and passionately induce them with some confidence. But it's probably not going to work. You have the ability to make a real difference to us. But don't worry, I'm only saying it and it's going in one ear and out of the other. Never mind. So now it's done. To Hesenthaler. Now it's Naby. He finds Duffy. Inside it goes to Naby. It's cleared away by Kim. End of the highlights. And now it looks like Margate could be on the attack as Kim brings it forward to McCormick. And that's McClure, Troy McClure. You might remember him from certain TV shows like The Simpsons. And probably Family Guy or something, I don't know. Why am I comparing Family Guy to Simpsons? I have no idea. But anyway, we're coming up to about the hour mark-ish. And it's still 0-0, and we're actually getting beaten on chances, but look at that possession for a second there. It was 28% possession to our 72. Gerardo Martin is warming up, and he's going to be coming on for Mark Kerr, who's not playing particularly well, and he's looking a little bit more tired. Ideally, I want to be putting the centre midfielder on to try and give one of these two a rest, but as it's still 0-0, I don't think I can. If we go 1-0 up, then that might change. I mean, even Partington's struggling, but I've got no other options because I've had to bring him on so early. I'd have left Murray. I'd have left him on if he hadn't been injured. Timon now. First time really we've seen him in this game. Geraldo though, trying to get the cross in, but it's blocked. Cleared away, and Barnett is able to run about 40 yards, it seemed, to pick up that ball. Pretty disappointing if you ask me. Really, that was a highlight? Very strange. So we've got 15 minutes left. I think Naby is going to have to be the guy who makes way. For George Thomas, scored in his debut, he's not really done anything since. I'm still just going to say no pressure on you. He's going to have no reaction to it, which is fantastic. Or not. Hesenthaler a free kick. Blazes it over the bar. This looks like this is more increasingly looking like another 0-0 draw, and we are becoming draw specialists. It seems something I may need to look at to make it more attacking wise. Here comes Tomaso, who heads it straight to the keeper for some reason from 40 yards out. I'm glad it didn't actually go. I don't think it went down as a shot. It better not have done because that was appalling. Answer though loses it to Timon, a combination of Timon and Geraldo Martin. I forgot his last name for a second then. Thomas picks up wide on this left hand side. Plays it inside to Gerardo, who strikes it straight to the Margate defender, but it was going miles wide. I think it was actually going closer to the corner flag, which would sum up this game, I think. Partington in a decent position, blazes it over the bar. He's not really someone I want to be having shots with his 5 finishing stat and 6 long shots. But let's see if we can do something here. I'm going to change it to flexible. See if this flexible, because it was taking ages to highlight it. I'm just going to do this and see what happens, and then I'm going to go into the tactics screen. I'm going to change this to attack, and I'm going to change, I don't know who else. I suppose I could change him to attack. Just see if this actually does anything. It probably won't. Probably ruin the tactic, and we'll concede later on to lose 1-0. Observe. I'm just going to sit back and watch this because it's more likely going to be a goal here. More likely a penalty, I was going to say. But saying that now, we are potentially on the attack. It's a good ball to Geraldo, who is looking for options. He gets past Goodman like he wasn't even there. And Timon now in a supporting position here. He plays it inside to Kerr, Piers Kerr that is. And now it's Hesenthaler. Can he find a decent ball? He can to Partington. Can he get this whipped in? He can cross it, and it's tipped over the bar. It wouldn't have been deserved if I'm being completely honest, but obviously the corner must have come to nothing, because that's going to finish 0-0. Or are we going to concede in the last kick of the game? Indeed we are. Or head, in this case. What can I say? disappointment at its finest. 30 seconds to go. That is absolutely disgusting. We're down to 10th, and the pressure is going to start mounting on us. Definitely some new faces needs to be coming in the January transfer window, because clearly some of these guys aren't good enough. You can't really fault the keeper there. I have placed a lot of fault on him in the past. Very disappointing. I'm not blaming that on the tactic change neither, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, major changes I think are needed. Disgusting. That disgusting, I'm actually going to say I'm aggressively going to be pissed off at them, basically. That was shocking. Shocking behaviour. 10th in the league, which is appalling. Still, you know, glimmer of hope. You know, Boston lost. So if we win our game in hand, we are going to be 6th again, with 1 point behind the playoffs. But ideally, we need to be challenging up here. Dover look like they lost. They lost 3-0 at home to Bromley, who are low down. It looks like the train's coming off the tracks, basically. Whatever that expression is, let us know in the comments what it is. I can't really think of. Very disappointing performance, I have to say. And Murray looks like he's going to be injured for a while. That is very much bad news. Brown. Gonna have to think about some stuff here for the next game, which will be probably the first game in January. Maybe we can get some deals done. It is going to be Grimsby. No, it's not. That's February. Sorry. It's going to be Braintree, a team who recently overtook us. So we've got that to look forward to. Yeah, we'll do the Braintree game because we've already played Stockport on a live com. In that particular game, looks like we're going to be... Oh, we're currently favourites still, but we'll have to wait and see. So disappointing results, but regardless of that, hopefully I've enjoyed this video. If you have, why not go ahead and press that like button for us. It would help us out a great deal. And if you think you'd enjoy more of this series, why not feel the need... No, that's not even the right way to say it. Why not go ahead and press that subscribe button as well. And if you think any of your friends might enjoy these series or whatever, yeah, go ahead and ask them to have a look at the channel. Thank you very much. Until next time, I will see you then. Bye bye.